Throughout history, people have always created idols. Sometimes they carved them from stone. Sometimes they built them out of ideology. Today, there is another idol, the idol of science. According to divine law, God gave every prophet miracles that would shatter the idols of their time. For example, the staff given to Moses left the magicians of his era helpless. They declared, "We believe in the Lord of Moses and Aaron." The miracle broke the dominant falsehood of that age. The Quran, given to Prophet Muhammad, challenged the Arab poets in a way that left them speechless. Their pride was language and eloquence. The Quran surpassed them in the very field they thought they mastered. Today, however, society is being pushed toward a different kind of idol. Science treated as absolute authority. Some people have developed the mindset that if someone's name does not begin with professor or doctor, their words are not trustworthy. Others assume that if those titles are present, then whatever is said must be true. But the Quran warns about elevating human authorities to divine status. They took their scholars and religious leaders as lords besides God. Blindly accepting every statement labeled scientific without reflection has created a new form of intellectual submission. And when we examine the Quran, we see that it addresses this modern idol 14 centuries before it even existed. At a time when cosmography and astronomy were extremely limited, the Quran speaks about the creation of the heavens and the earth. Indeed, in the creation of the heavens and the earth and the alternation of night and day are signs for people of understanding. As knowledge advances, deeper patterns and astonishing precision become visible. When you truly grasp these realities, your natural response should be awe. Today, many astrophysicists observe the fine-tuned structure of the universe. Some are moved to belief. Others are left in deep confusion, unable to explain the precision they witness. We simply look at the sky. They calculate it. For example, the nearest star after our Sun, Proxima Centauri, is about 4.3 light-years away. To put that into perspective, if the distance between the Earth and the Sun were reduced to just 2 inches, Proxima Centauri would still be miles away. Our Sun completes one orbit around the Milky Way in about 225 million years. It sits roughly 30,000 light-years from the galactic center, and there are billions of galaxies beyond ours. When you reflect on this scale, you begin to understand what it means when the Quran says that there are signs for those who think. Now consider the Earth. We are essentially living on a thin crust, floating above molten magma. Geological studies reveal tectonic plates shifting, mountains separating, continents colliding. Over geological time, massive orogenic events reshape the planet, events that resemble apocalyptic upheavals. The Quran states, when the mountains are set in motion, and when the mountains become like scattered wool. Modern geology explains continental drift through plate tectonics, a theory formally proposed in the 20th century by Alfred Wegener. Yet the Quran described dynamic earth processes long before such scientific models existed. If the Quran were not revelation, how could an unlettered prophet describe realities that would only later be scientifically explored? And what about human development in the womb? With modern ultrasound technology, we now observe stages of embryonic growth in detail. The Quran describes these stages with distinct terminology. A drop of fluid, a clinging form, a chewed-like substance, bones, then flesh covering the bones, then a new creation. It is as if the Quran is saying, you see these stages now. Can you deny them? And when earthquakes strike, many immediately reduce the event to tectonic movement and energy release, purely mechanical explanations. Yet the Quran reminds us, say, He is able to send punishment upon you from above you or from beneath your feet. And the earthquake seized them. When the earth is shaken with its shaking, science describes the mechanism. Revelation addresses the meaning. Science measures energy release along fault lines. But who created the laws governing those fault lines? The Quran declares, do they not reflect upon the Quran? If it had been from other than God, they would have found within it much contradiction. And the Prophet said, the wonders of the Quran never cease. Science itself is not the problem. Science is the study of the laws established by God. The danger arises when science is treated as an ultimate authority, replacing the one who created the laws it studies. So here is the real question. Will we worship the system, or will we recognize the creator of the system? Will we idolize discovery, or will we acknowledge the one who made discovery possible? That is the choice. Like the video and follow the channel.